name is Emilius, and this is Let's Talk Astrology with Hemi. So, in continuation of yesterday, Venus aspects and synastry. So, today I'll be talking about um, Venus aspect on Mars in synastry. When Venus aspects Mars in synastry, so what does it mean? What do we expect when Venus aspect Mars in synastry? So, like I said yesterday, I said that Venus plays an important role when it comes to attractions, based on sexual attractions, love, romance, romantic attractions, and all that. So, because Venus represents a sense of touch, a sense of taste. So, it plays an important role when it comes to attracting someone, either physically, sexually, you know, in different ways and all that. So based on beauty and all that. So Venus plays an important role. So today we'll be looking at Venus aspect of Mars. Mars is all about drive, energy, ambitions, competitions, physicality, masculinity. Yeah, a lot of that because Mars represents that energy. It represents that force, that passion. That's exactly what Mars represents. So when Venus and Mars aspect each other in synastry. What does it mean? What this means is that because Venus represents attraction, Venus is the main attraction. Now, what is going to happen here is that Venus aspect of Mars is going to create a kind of sexual attraction, a sexual energy kind of attraction, a kind of intimate attraction. That's exactly what is going to bring between partners. Yeah, it's going to bring that kind of chemistry between partners where uh, partners will be drawn to each other, physical appearance, and all that. So, yeah, so it's more or less like, a male person finding the female person attractive. And the attraction is based on physical wise. It could just be that the female person has a nice body, she has a nice body, she is well endowed, kind of thing. Because, yeah, because how of our person you know, physical appearance is determined by mass. So this exactly explains how Venus mass aspect is. So the moment a person like a guy, for example, a guy, meets a lady and being drawn to the physical appearance of that lady, maybe because she has a curvy body or she's well endowed or she has a nice body, a fit body, and all that, an athletic body, no matter how it is. So that exactly explains that part of Mars. It talks about the physical appearance, how a person is drawn to a person physically, the chemistry, the attraction based on physical attractions. So that really explains it. So, and it creates these intimate attractions in the sense that they feel these sexual connections, this sexual energy, like they feel like they share this similar sexual interest. Yeah, like they share similar sexual interest, and which can be amazing. In which when both of them come together, when both people come together, they will find themselves, having a lot of amazing experience, like having a good time, nice time, like the sexual connection will feel so great, as if they never had such sexual attraction with anyone before. So that exactly explains the Venus Mars role in synastry, Venus aspects on Mars in synastry. So, and another thing is that regarding the man himself, regarding the man, it can talk about maybe the lady finding the man very attractive based on his looks, based on his body, because Mars plays an important in terms of masculinity, like masculine and all that. So when a guy brings out this masculine energy, show this masculine energy, we can also find the same in a lady, like in a woman. A lady can be also masculine, kind of this masculine energy, and a guy somewhere will be very, very touched by that, by the masculine energy of that female person. So the same thing applies to the man, you know, expressing this masculine energy, bold, courageous, determined, have this drive and all that. Because some ladies are sometimes ladies are really being amazed by the guy energy, by guy energy, based on how competitive they are, based on their passion for something, their ambition towards something. So these exactly the things that attract them. So the guy based on physical appearance can be well built, like guys that are physically well built like that. So, maybe you have a broad chest or something like that, six pack thing like that. So that really explains the physical, how the physical traits, how the man may look, and like what interests the lady towards the man. And could be the man can be a tall person and all that. So all I'm just saying is this, that what Venus Mars aspect in Synastry talks about is that it talks about the physical appearance, like what attracts you to the other person is their physical appearance, how they look. Like it's always it's create these things whereby you always want to have a touch of this person from time to time. It creates this kind of physical clinging, like you're always clinging onto this person, like always want to touch them, always want to be around them, thing like that. So that really explains. And you always find yourself in situations whereby whenever you're around each other, you can't just get your hands off each other. It's like, you're always touching the face, touching the body, touching the chest of the guy, like that. It's exactly because Venus Mars aspect in this industry, it's saying that the physical appearance of this person is very appealing to you. It's touching, so touching to you. So that really explains that part of Venus Mars aspect in synastry. Another way we can look at it is this, because the Mars represent competitions. Yeah, Mars represent competitions, drive, ambitions, and all that. It could just means that partners are so much attracted to each other because of the ambitions they both shared, because of the energy they both shared. It's just like when someone's energy matches with your own energy. Exactly. When someone else's energy matches with your own energy, or someone else competitiveness, or someone else drive, kind of like that, matches with your own drive. So you both share something similar based on energy, drive, and all that. So it's part of the things that create this attraction um, for Venus mass in synastry, for Venus mass aspect in synastry. So it's also part of those things that create the attraction. The other place I like this because I like this aspect because it's one of the important aspects to look out for in synastry. One of the important aspects to look out for because its main point it pinpoints the attractions itself, the sexual or intimate attractions itself. It pinpoint that because before you become attracted to a person, there has to be something that attracts you towards someone. And physical attraction plays an important role. Like if you're not physically attracted to someone, then the relationship may not last. Based on what I think, I don't know, but I feel like physical attraction plays an important role. You have the body of the person, the look of the person, the physical appearance of the person need to attract you before you can say, oh, okay, before you start looking at other aspects. Because I mean, in most cases, when a person appears in front of you, the first thing you start noticing is how well the person is built, the physical appearance of the person. Does this person match with, you know, the kind of guy you want based on physical appearance. So these are the things you like a person look at for when they meet a guy or when they meet a lady. So it plays an important role. So that's why I say this is one important aspect to look at for in industry. And also we need to look at some other challenging aspect based on squares or positions like that, or squares most especially the add aspect when it comes to the add aspect of Venus mass and synastry, Venus mass aspect and synastry. When it comes to the art aspect, it's important to understand that sometimes you may be physically attracted to someone, but the person may not be physically attracted to you. I've seen in many cases in synastry where someone will be very, very physically drawn to another person, but the other person may not be drawn, may not share similar bond, similar connections towards the other person. So these can be very challenging, especially when there is need for reciprocation in that relationship. So it's important to really understand this. Like that's why I say that when you look at your synastry, look at the aspect on your Venus. Look at Venus aspect on your personal planet, on the personal planets of the other person. Yeah, look out for your Venus and see how it affects the personal planets of the other person. That helps you understand. See if it's squares or oppositions or trying. That helps you understand how what kind of attractions, connections you share with this person. So that really explains that part. So I've come to the end of the video for the best mass aspects in synastry. If you have any questions, kindly drop in the comment section. I'll look into it. Thank you so much for watching. Please kindly subscribe and like my videos, and we're going on to the next one, which is Venus aspects and synastry. Stay tuned. Bye for now. Thank you.